Go.
Is it recording?
Yes.
Are you pointing it up here?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see here I'm starting to make a little progress. Just keep tapping, keep looking up here, tapping it into place. Now it's nice and tight. I'm getting it in there as far as I can. See that? That's nice and tight. So if this doesn't work, the only thing that could have gone wrong is some idiot over tightened this, and then the next step would be using a chisel and a hammer to turn this thing. Let's see if I can get it this way. So you can see it's definitely over tightened. There's no way it should take that much force to take this off. So word to the wise, don't be the idiot that over tightens these drain bolts. See, it doesn't even want to do it. It wants to come off. So what could have happened is this leak, they're like, oh, it's leaking, I'll just tighten it down more. And they just wrecked it. Who knows, that might be why I wanted to trade it. Or probably a combination of things. But right now, I should be able to bust this loose pretty easy. And it does not want to at all. I'd break this for sure. Let me switch to a socket. Pause it.
Okay.
Alright, so I got a same size socket. Maybe we can hammer this on there. And since it's fully boxed, it might not come loose so easy. I guess this is one more thing I can try before switching to a chisel. This is why we don't over tighten things. Starting to go. Of course, this will want to stay on there now. If it goes, it's not wanting to. Some people say this is why you don't buy used. Never buy used. I don't know, if you didn't have challenges like this in life, it'd be boring. Alright, so that's on there pretty deep, not all the way. And I've got this old ratchet. If I break this, I guess I don't care so much, but got it. Got it. Camera lady, we got it. You see that? We busted it loose. So now I'm going to try to carefully, actually, you know, I'm going to leave it on there. All right, so what I need to do has been taking so long that the oil's probably cooled off in there. So before taking this out, I'm going to do two things. Oh, one of them I hate to do. I got to drive back into town. I am not putting that drain plug back in there. So I'm going to take the drain plug out. We can drain the oil once it's warm again. But we won't put oil back in until we've gotten a new drain plug, because this thing is just chewed up and ornery. All right. Go ahead and pause it. All right, so we got it warmed back up. Shut it back down, go back to your spot. We'll get my oil catchment device. All right, you're pointing over here, not at the pavement, right? All right, so get this right under here. Are you pointing the camera? Don't put your hand over the cameras. All right. So we've still got our socket on there. It's warmed up a little bit. Oh, I tightened it down too much. Here we go again, right? This time it should be easier because I hand tightened it. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and just slowly pull this out. Now, if the oil's truly hot, not warm, this is just going to be warm, you'll want to make sure not to get the oil on your skin. It can burn you if it's really hot. So when you get close, you'll actually feel the drain plug kind of dance on you like this, and then you know you're loose. So what you're going to do is do one more turn, you'll get a few drips, and then you're going to just pull it straight away. And that way you don't get any oil on your hands. But focus on that. Pull the camera up here. Look down in there with the camera. Look down in there. Some good black oil. I have no idea how long this vehicle went since its last oil change. And this was barely warm. But on the tip,
Whoa.
are you watching me? On the tip of the drain plug, sometimes they're magnetized. This one was magnetized. And I can put on my finger, I don't know how well you see that, if it's focused. Is it focused?
Mm-hmm.
Good. It's like super black, almost grayish. There are a few little fine grains of metal in there. Not enough to really make me worried. This truck does have 187,000 miles on it. Still seems to run okay. That's some sludgy oil, isn't it?
A lot.
Yeah. So that's what we do there, and then I'll show you if they over tightened that. My guess is they probably over tightened this as well. So we're gonna go ahead and pause the video. I'll go get a tool to help. All right. So back with my handy dandy filter wrench, and we'll see just how tight they put this on here. And hopefully I don't have to resort to, well, I won't say. All right, that might. And again, they put this thing in a bad location, I think on purpose. Pretty sure they do it on purpose so that people are discouraged from doing it themselves. This is a really awkward spot. I can't really get in there. Here we go. Oh, that's nice. They didn't over tighten it. Thank goodness. So it kind of tightens down on it and gets it going. All right, so I'm going to get out of the way, and you'll see it's loose and it's starting to drip. So I'm going to let that drip just a little bit. I'm going to loosen a little more so I can actually start letting some of the excess oil out of there. And then we wait as it drains out some. Hopefully, whoever's watching this either just really like what I'm doing, which would be kind of weird, or they're either putting it on a slightly faster speed. You know how to do that, camera lady?
Mm-mm.
On YouTube, when you're watching a video, do you know how to make it go faster?
No.
It's kind of fun. Or they're skipping ahead just to see where I am. So you see the dripping off, that's starting to slow down. And again, it's just in a really awkward position. My favorite car ever to do an oil change on, here I am on the creeper again, cramping my space, was a Dodge Shadow. And those were just the easiest oil change ever. The oil filter was easy to get to. The drain plug was easy to get to. Just really easy. I'm going to come at it from a different way, actually. Let me crawl out. You stay there. Oof. I'm going to come from that side so I don't get oil all over myself. Here we go. So now I can be out of the way-ish. I love that word ish. Most things aren't 100%. Okay, here it comes.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
And yeah, the experts would say it's not good to get it on yourself. It's probably a good idea not to. But that gives you a good idea how dark that oil is. Doesn't necessarily mean anything's wrong, just time for an oil change. And again, I don't know if it's overdue, way overdue. This is supposed to be 5W30. It feels heavy. So he may have been running something different in this. I say he. The dealer said it was a he. Dealers say lots of things. But she seemed nice enough. She wouldn't lie to me. Right?
Mm.
No. Nice old lady. Alright. Just about there. And the trick is to not have it loose when it comes off. Whoop, there it goes. What I mean by loose is in your hand. Oh my. Yeah. Alright. See if you can tilt the camera up to there. Can you see? Oh, here. Hand it to me. And that's where it's coming out of right there. Oh yeah. So we got our drain plug location still dripping, and we have the oil filter location still dripping. Very good. And that's it as far as the first part of an oil change. That was probably the longest first part of an oil change ever. But we've got that draining, and you know, when you go to one of these fast, there you go. Oh, you can come out. So pearls of wisdom time, right? When you go into these fast Valvolines or Jiffy Lubes or anything like that, they're doing as good a job as they can. But remember, they're on the clock, right? It's all about speed, so they'll probably let it drip for a couple of minutes. I like to let my vehicles drain for 10, 15. I'm in no hurry, right? I'll let them drip for as long as it takes to get to a slow drip. I left my rag under there, but
I love my rag.
so we're gonna let it drain for a while, and we'll come back to it. That's it.